Bella Izzy Reyes felt something wasn't right. She moved through the throngs, her instincts on high alert. She didn't know it yet, but the city was about to fall apart. The signs were there, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be uncovered. High above the city in a secret hideout, a shadowy figure moved like a ghost. The night was his ally, the darkness his cloak. From this vantage point he could see everything, yet remain unseen. The city below was a sprawling maze of lights and shadows, a playground for someone with his skills. They called him the Shadow, a name whispered in fear and awe, a legend in the underworld. He was a master of the unseen, a phantom in the digital age. His presence was felt, but never seen, a ghost in the machine. His fingers flew across a holographic keyboard, lines of code looking like liquid fire. Each keystroke was a symphony of chaos, a dance of destruction. He could bring systems to their knees, rewrite the rules of the digital world with a few swift movements. He was the city's hidden enemy, a whisper in the digital world. To the authorities, he was an enigma, a puzzle they couldn't solve. To the people, he was a myth, a story told in hushed tones. But to those who knew, he was a force to be reckoned with. He smirked as he started his plan. Confidence radiated from him, a quiet assurance that he was untouchable. He had prepared for this moment, every detail meticulously planned. The city was his stage, and he was the maestro. He was in control, and the city was his toy. From his perch, he could manipulate the city's pulse, bend it to his will. The power he held was intoxicating, a heady mix of fear and exhilaration. Tonight, he would make the city fall apart. The lights would flicker, the streets would descend into chaos. It was a game to him, a test of his abilities, and he never lost. The city's systems, its very heart, were about to be changed forever. He would leave his mark, an indelible scar on the city's digital soul. This was his overture, the beginning of a symphony of shadows. The city's power system shook. Traffic lights blinked and went out. Holographic ads flickered and died, making the streets dark. People started to panic. Then, the screams started. Izzy watched in horror as a flying car, its computer broken, spun out of control and crashed into a building, exploding in flames. This wasn't just an accident. This was an attack. Section 4. Secret Messages. Izzy's phone buzzed. A message appeared. Time to play detective? Find me if you can. It was a holographic image, appearing and disappearing. The Shadow. He was always ahead of her, teasing her. He left clues, like a trail of breadcrumbs. Puzzles hidden in the city's systems, each one a step closer to finding him. But this time it felt more dangerous. This time it felt personal. She knew it deep inside. Section 5. Dangerous Dance. The chase was on. Izzy drove through scared crowds, her heart pounding in her chest. The neon lights of the city blurred past her windows as she swerved to avoid pedestrians and other vehicles. The roar of engines and the screams of bystanders filled the air, creating a symphony of chaos. The city was falling apart around her. Explosions lit up the night sky, sending debris raining down onto the streets. Buildings crumbled, their skeletal remains casting eerie shadows in the flickering light. The once vibrant metropolis was now a war zone, a battleground where survival was the only goal. The flames created strange shadows that danced with the fire, painting the city in a surreal glow. She could feel the heat on her skin, the acrid smell of smoke filling her nostrils. Every sense was heightened, every nerve on edge. She was in the heart of the inferno, and there was no turning back. Izzy's face was a mask of determination. She could taste the fear, but she pushed it aside. He was leading her on a dangerous chase, a twisted game of cat and mouse. But why? What was his plan? The questions gnawed at her, but there was no time to ponder. She had to stay focused. The city was a maze of destruction, and she navigated it with skill and precision. The car chase was relentless, the stakes higher than ever. She could see him ahead, a shadowy figure weaving through the chaos. He was taunting her, daring her to catch him. She held the steering wheel tighter, her knuckles white with the effort. Every muscle in her body was tense, every instinct honed to a razor's edge. She was driving as fast as she could, pushing the car to its limits. The answer, she knew, was at the center of all this chaos. The city center was a beacon of turmoil, and she was heading straight for it. The heart of the storm, where the truth lay hidden. She would find it no matter the cost. The destruction around her was a testament to the stakes of this deadly game. She knew that the answers she sought were buried deep within the chaos, and she would uncover them, even if it meant tearing the city apart to do it. The path ahead was fraught with danger, but she was ready. She had no choice but to see this through to the end. With a steely resolve, she pressed on, her eyes fixed on the road ahead. The city was a labyrinth of destruction, but she would navigate it. She would find the truth, no matter the cost. The dance with destruction had only just begun, even if it meant destroying the city to do it. She would not stop. The stakes were too high, the consequences too dire. She was in the midst of a dangerous dance, and there was no turning back now.